Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. You might recall a few days back, prior to the Black Ops 7 beta going live, we broke down this new announcement, this new blog from Call of Duty, detailing their Ricochet anti-cheat updates, mainly revolving around the beta, but then also teased that there would be a lot more coming at launch. They talked about how a few things would be getting updated for Ricochet in the beta. You obviously would need TPM 2.0, secure boot enabled to even be able to play the game on PC. They were doing a handful of new server-side stuff and various things with their anti-cheat for detections. They also explained how some days they'd be cranking it up and some days they wouldn't be, so that they don't give too much information to cheaters. But they did say, hey, we're making some anti-cheat changes for Black Ops 7, including the beta and definitely at launch. Well, major surprise, cheaters are already all over the Black Ops 7 beta. I've got a handful of clips I got to show you guys today because, I mean, I'm not that surprised. I am still disappointed, especially at how quick a lot of this has happened and unfolded here in the Black Ops 7 beta. We do have Call of Duty, though, actually responding to some of these ridiculous cheating clips already, so we'll get to that later on in the video. But first up here, Modern Warzone, this is by far the most egregious I've seen out of all the clips that have been surfacing on social media, but Modern Warzone posts this. There are already cheaters in the first hour of the Black Ops 7 beta, and this is a 40-second clip where this guy is doing it about as blatant as you possibly can. I mean, he's hiding all of his screen indicators so like they can't see what his ID is. I'm pretty sure this guy got caught anyways, as we'll get to, but like this is as obvious as it gets. This guy's got the wall hacks maxed out, the aimbot maxed out, and this is day one, early access beta. Granted, this is like one of the easiest betas I've ever seen to get into. They were giving out codes like crazy, like you could QR scan a code and get in without pre-ordering anything, but like this is the first few hours of the beta being live. It's this egregious, this ridiculous. I can't imagine dying using cheats like this, but like that's just one example. By far the most blatant, the most obvious like first person view that I've seen of cheats in action yet for Black Ops 7, but also far from the only time I've seen obvious cheats being used. I myself even already have a few reports that I've sent in game confirmed cheaters that were banned or action was taken against them, as the notification says, because I watched a kill and I was like, well, that guy, that seems a little odd. And then I watch further and it's like, oh yeah, that guy's definitely got something going on for sure. That though, like I said, the most extreme example, but far from the only one somehow. We got this one too from Nakari, cheater on day one of the Black Ops 7 beta. You can see they're just actively playing. They watch the kill cam here, blatantly aimbotting. Like through the wall, through everything. Absolutely absurd. Day one of the beta. Now, it is obviously Black Ops 7, super similar to Black Ops 6 in a ton of ways, right? You have the engine basically being the exact same, launcher and everything being the exact same. So you have to imagine that a lot of the cheats, a lot of the hacks that were being used on Black Ops 6 probably could be very slightly tweaked and be put into action here. But you also have Call of Duty sitting there going, hey, TPM 2.0 secure boot, we're doing some adjustments, some fine tuning here to help make things safer. And then the first day, it's like this absurd, this crazy. I don't know if they're going to say, oh yeah, the first day we didn't have it like tuned to the extreme, but then day 4 we had the anti-cheat cranked up, like it was tuned all the way up so we could catch players really quick. Like I'm sure we're going to get a beta progress report after the fact, but like you have to understand how this looks. And that's not to say other games don't have similar issues, but this has just been such a loud issue for so long in Call of Duty that it's like, man, we couldn't go one day of the beta without running into this. Another one here, Agony posts out, how's that secure boot in TPM 2.0 going for you, Activision? And once again, just casually playing the game, going for the snipes, and this kill cam is absurd. And you can tell it's so obvious too, because look at how this dude turns corners, like not even near a guy. His pre-aim is awful. Like he's looking in this corner for no reason. The snap to the right, so blatant, so obvious. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be getting up out the chair, be like, you know what? I'm going for a stroll. I gotta walk this off. Just because like you're already trying to, COD's not in the greatest place. Obviously we know the sentiment is lower this year. The hype is definitely not there, especially when you have games like Battlefield 6 really doing things well. But it's like you already are just like, can I enjoy the gameplay? Is the gameplay for me? And you can't even really get the true experience because you're running into cheaters constantly, which is ridiculous. Oh, but you thought I was done with the examples. No, we are not done with the examples. Stone also posts, this can't be happening in Black Ops 7 already. Yet another clip. Minute and a half long almost. Another blatant aimbot going. He's got to type it up. Bro, is this guy cheating? In hour 3, I didn't know where he was going with that. In hour 3 of the beta. Then again, same guy. Just tracing him through the walls. Like the first clip, it's like, oh, okay. Maybe he just flicked on me, snapped on me, got a crazy headshot. He does something like that. This guy was cheating on hour 0. Oh, it's the guy responding. I love it. It's so cool. Awesome that this is what we have to play. Again, just blatant probably through the wall here, yeah? Yep. As obvious as it gets. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how blatant, how obvious it is. But like I said at the start of the video, Call of Duty has actually responded to a handful of these viral clips already, which is not something we've seen before. But I also have questions on it. So we go back to this original Modern Warzone tweet that we covered at the very start, and you look at the replies, and COD Updates is actually going out of their way and responding to this, saying this clip was from earlier today. That account is already banned. So this loser out here who's trying to cover up all of his stuff, I'm glad you still got banned. You went through all that effort to try and make it, you know, try and hide, I guess, basically your account and your name so you can keep cheating, and they still got you anyway. So you're a dork for that. But Ricochet going through and actually responding and saying, hey, just a manual confirmation, we banned this guy. Now, here is my question. Are they banning this guy because Ricochet picked up on this blatant wall hack aimbot ridiculously obvious combination? Or did they ban this guy because this tweet got a couple 100,000 views and they went through and manually found it out? I would love some clarity on that, because if it's the former, good, that's what should be expected, although this is still way too obvious and this guy shouldn't even be able to finish a game here. It's that obvious. But if it's the latter and this was banned because of its social media presence, that's a terrible look for Ricochet. They also ended up responding to this tweet from Agony as well, saying already banned with the hammer, Team Ricochet. Again though, I posed the same question. Did Ricochet actually catch this guy in-game using the blatant aimbot, or is it because this tweet got almost 500,000 views that this guy was banned? And one last one for good measure, Modern Warzone did actually quote the other clip from Nakari that we talked about there, and once more, COD Update says this account was already banned earlier today. Again, same question. Why were they banned? Is it because you manually did it, because you saw the person in a tweet, or did Ricochet catch them? Regardless, this does not, day 1 of the beta, day 2 now is what we're going into, does not give me a lot of confidence in any of the things that they've talked about with their anti-cheat. We mentioned this, I specifically brought this up when we covered that blog the other day, saying this is great, they can talk about how their anti-cheat's going to be more advanced than ever with the best detections ever. But it doesn't matter what you put in that blog. What matters is what happens in game. Can I actually notice that cheaters are getting banned quickly in game? Can we go one day of a beta without running into blatant aimbot wall hack shenanigans, then not even knowing for sure if they're getting banned because of the actual anti-cheat, or if it's because of manual people at Ricochet seeing viral clips? You can't have the blogs that go crazy with stuff and say, hey, it's going to be this much better than before, best ever, most advanced to date. And then the first day of the beta, it's already completely embarrassing for the anti-cheat. It just gives no confidence in what's going to come maybe in the next few days of the beta, and definitely at launch as well. Like, they have no track record here, and every time they try and hype it up, something like this happens, which is just a terrible look for it as a whole. But nonetheless, cheaters are already out there in full force, unfortunately, in the Black Ops 7 beta. If you're on console, you can turn off some crossplay stuff and make sure that it's actually staying consistent from match to match and whatnot, like on PlayStation. That way you can maybe limit who you're running into here. But if you cross-play it all with PC, I mean, it's not looking good, folks. That's the easiest way, that's the most straightforward way I can put it, really. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated, even though it's not the greatest thing to be talking about. It really does help grow the channel, and share the video around. If you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I've always got you covered with all things going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.